There's a look at a capacity crowd that's been anxiously awaiting the start of this one. It's Game 4 of the American League Division Series between the Cleveland Indians and the Baltimore Orioles. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, lots of storylines here as we approach the start of Game 4.
And remember now, this is only a 5-game series, so this is an elimination game. And I think that anytime a team's season is on the line, well, they've got to play with a sense of urgency. So I think that's exactly what we're going to see here.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2017 Baltimore Orioles.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. With that, here's a look at Terry Francona's Tribe starting 9. Steve, what's the focus for this lineup as they look to lock up the division series?
Well, I think just putting this guy into the stretch early and often. Look to get the leadoff hitter on base to give themselves the best opportunity to score runs throughout the game.
Bud Norris is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's been what you would call a 4th or 5th starter. Got a career ERA of over 4, but he will give you innings, and he is dependable.
With a moment now, take a look at the defense for the Orioles. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, Adam Jones, the center fielder out of Morris High School in San Diego. He's got multiple gold gloves to his name. Very, very athletic. In fact, maybe the most athletic center fielder in all of baseball.
Michael Bourne will stand in now for the first time, coming off nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
Here's a pitch taken for ball 1 as we get underway here at 7:06.
First pitch, 7:06.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. A little chilly but not unbearable tonight. 55 degrees here at first pitch. Two and one. All even now, 2-2. Norris has his target. Here's the 2-2. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. Michael Brantley waits on deck. Line drive to center field. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard to open up the ball game.
And that is just one heck of an at-bat right there, leading off your half of the first inning. He works the count to 3-2. He lets everybody on the bench see what this guy is featuring, and then he tops it all off by getting on base with a leadoff single. For a table setter, how much better can it get?
Here's Michael Brantley, as he'll take a look at ball 1. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
Runners on the move for second. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that's through for a hit.
And ideally on this play, you'd like to think you could make it up to third, but no sense risking it if you're not sure. So even though he was in motion on the pitch, he's going to wind up holding on at second base. Hey, better to be safe than sorry.
Mark Teixeira will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just one hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to get more out of his bat. He's got to make sure he doesn't press up there, or that average is going to continue to go south.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Reimold has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number one. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away.
Good job there at second base of doing the math in his head and figuring out he can make it up to third. So that puts runners on the corners now with only one away.
Coming to the plate now, Jason Kipnis. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Runners are at first and third, one away. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matt, Clyde has a bit of a reputation for rewarding pitchers that pound the bottom of the zone. Calls the game well, but we might see some strike calls below the zone that hitters aren't going to be too happy with.
And a slider misses here. 2 balls and a strike.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
To 2-2 now.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
You need to be awfully careful here. Runners at the corners, that's bad enough. You do not want to load the bases here in the very first inning.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
Even for a veteran pitcher, big games like this will bring out the butterflies. He's going to need to settle in here, really work on getting a ground ball.
Desmond Seaver will get his first opportunity here in Game 4, and you'd have to say he's been a non-factor here these first 3 games.
And if they're going to have any chance of moving on, he's going to have to step up his game. They need him to help anchor this attack, and he's been absent so far.
A swing, and it's popped in the air back behind first. Markakis is in now to put it away, and that'll keep the runner from tagging.
Batting sixth, third baseman,
Carlos Santana will stand in, and this pitching staff has kept his bat silent throughout the series so far.
Yeah, just 2 hits for him so far, but you got to figure he's due. I don't think they're going to hold him down all series long.
First delivery to him on the way. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Calling for it, Hager. And that retires the side. 3 left for the Indians. The Orioles due up in the first, no score. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Steve, how do they go about keeping the series alive?
I think you're going to have to try to get on the board early and then don't let your foot off the gas. You've got to keep pressure on this club to not let them back in a ballgame.
Carlos Carrasco will be on the mound for Game 4. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, remember, he's not a lot of fun to face because he's got 5 pitches. As a hitter, you've got to worry about the ball coming in, moving away, the speed. He's a lot to handle when you're up at the plate.
Now that we have a chance, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, if you can say there is a defensive threat on this team, he's standing down there at first base. I say that because he's very good at keeping balls in front of him, helping his fellow infielders. Just a guy that's an asset every single game.
Nick Markakis will stand in to start things out, with his guys pretty fortunate to get out of that last half inning with the game still scoreless.
Yeah, they were able to dodge a bases-loaded situation. That could have gotten out of hand quickly, so maybe they can calm their guy down a bit by getting a couple runs here.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. And another foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. A pause and the 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Well, that's a pitch right there that you've got to lay off. You know he's going to throw it on an 0-2, and that's a good job of pitch recognition right there.
One and 2, here it comes. Hit in the air out to left field. Brantley has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
Now to the plate, Rafael Trejo, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitters count, 2-0.
Two 2-0 count. Here it comes. A little tapper. Throw on to Teixeira, 2 down.
Batting third.
And with 2 gone now, we'll look at our up-to-the-minute playoff tree. And the question becomes, will we be able to fill a spot in the ALCS after the game, or will we need a Game 5 to decide a winner in the series? Adam Jones will dig in here, and it's been a series to forget for him so far as you see the numbers there.
And with these guys just 1 game away from going home, he may not have too many more opportunities to turn things around. He's got to make every at-bat count from here on out.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
The 1-0 delivery. And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And a foul pop behind the plate. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
Smoke toward the hole. And that is through into right field for a single.
Yeah, he was hoping for a quick 1-2-3 to start the night. Now he's going to have a little work to do with a runner on and a dangerous cleanup hitter coming up.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and in steps the shortstop, J.J. Hardy. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Chopped weakly to the left. Bare-handed by Cabrera. On to Kipnis at second, and the inning is over. Orioles leave 1. After 1, no score. David Murphy will dig in here to start out the top of the second. 7-8-9 here in a scoreless ball game.
They'll be looking to make amends for that top of the first where they got the bases loaded but couldn't get anyone home.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. Right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
And this is why, as a hitter, working the count in your favor is so important. I mean, here, this is probably a ball, but you can't risk taking this pitch on 1 and 2 and hope that you get the benefit of the umpire's call. You pretty much have to swing at it, even though you probably wouldn't have been able to do much with it in the first place.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera, as he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And we've seen guys swing at that four-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. No score here as we play inning number 2. Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Norris gets the sign, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. And he struck him out as well, so the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
And you'll get a good look at the grip on his two-seam fastball. You grip it along the narrower seams on the baseball, and that gives it that running action you don't see on the four-seamers.
Standing in now, Craig Fleming, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
Especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2. And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Yeah, and this has been the big concern with this guy over the last couple seasons. He's prone to getting hurt by the base on balls. Already, that's 2 walks here in the early going, and that's something that he's going to need to get a handle on pretty quick. Michael Bourne will dig in here. He singled to open up the ball game.
Yeah, they tried to sneak a fastball by him, and he was having none of it. Be interesting to see if they try to go at him again with the hard side.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. Just the 2nd inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. And he lays off for ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Outside, 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
This is a good fastball spot for him now, and keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
3-1, here it is. And that is in there at the letters to run it full, 3-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Tribe. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Matt Wieters will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
Too high. 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Murphy is there, 1 away.
Batting 6th, third baseman.
Josh Donaldson will get a chance here, and you see the numbers for the series. He just has not gotten going yet.
Now, and if they're going to get back in this series, they're going to need him to get back in the groove because this pitching staff has buried him so far.
Drilled right back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Check this out on show track. It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. Just didn't work out here.
Ken Hager takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
Here it comes on 1-1. Runners off for second. Grounded to short. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is bat control at its finest right there.
Stepping in now, Nolan Reimold, as he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. Oh, 0-1 count and the pitch. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
out of play. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And that's going to land foul. Bottom of the second here with no score. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
That was quite a nice little battle as we check out the sequence of pitches here. It was a 6-pitch at bat, and as you watch this, you'll see that he wasn't going to go down without a fight. He was able to keep the at-bat alive by fighting off a couple of tough 2-strike pitches, but in the end, finally put away on that pitch right there, 1-2.
Jamal Weeks will stand in, and you see the numbers for the series so far. He's really been one of their unsung heroes.
Well, it seems like in just about every series, you get that one guy who really steps up, and he's been that guy so far.
Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
You get a good look right there. Already 33 pitches now through an inning and 2/3. That's an awfully high number this early.
2 down, runners at first and second. Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Boy, what a nice job so far of working himself into a hitter's count. Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9-hole.
Here it is. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Full count now. 3-2.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
Hit hard to the right side. Kipnis has it, and a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. Orioles strand a couple. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Michael Brantley is into the box as we are all set to begin the 3rd.
Number 23, Michael Brantley.
Norris is ready. Here's the first pitch. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat, because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and the tide is not working in his favor.
Swinging away, and now the count will be 3-1. Three and 2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Not a real good sign here. Already his 3rd walk of the ball game this early on. And that's a sign to me he may not have brought his A game to the ballpark. He's had to work awfully hard out there so far.
Digging in the switch hitter, Mark Teixeira, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1.
Here's a good spot to finally break through against this guy. You've got the leadoff man on, the heart of the order's coming up, and maybe this is a good chance to get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Sometimes you just let a guy work his own way into trouble and then take advantage.
Norris over to first, and a dive, but he's back. There goes Brantley. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. And he is in there.
Disappointing for him behind the plate because I think he had a good shot at throwing his man out. But as you can see, this throw just sort of takes off on him, and it goes straight into center field.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. Waiting his turn on deck next is Jason Kipnis. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Yeah, and on this pitch right here, you got to make up your mind just a little more quickly up there. This is a ball that you got to think about maybe taking to left field, but instead, his swing is just a little bit late. He pulls off a little bit, and now he's going to go sit down.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground toward the hole. Only play will be to first, as we'll see our first run score here, as this is a 1-0 ball game.
Well, by rights, this should have been an RBI single, but that's one heck of a play out there on defense. The run's still going to score, but what an exceptional defensive effort out there to at least get an out on the play.
Into the box, Desmond Seaver, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0.
Well, it's so important to be able to strike first in a postseason game. Get that first run in, especially when you're the team playing on the road. Hopefully you can take a little life out of this big crowd.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Ball and 2 strikes the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
2 out, nobody on. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So 1 run scored without the benefit of a hit, 1 error in the inning, and no one left on base. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Tribe lead this one 1-0. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Nick Markakis gets set to start things out here for Baltimore. In there at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man, 0-1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Grounded to third. Gloved by Santana. And he's retired here, 1 away.
The batter, designated hitter, Rafael Trejo.
Rafael Trejo stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
You can tell here, in his mind, he's thinking quick inning. He's not even trying to set guys up. He's coming right after him.
Oh and 1, here it comes. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
If you want to see a guy get blown away at the plate, this is just one finger down 3 times in a row. He was just overmatched there.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. Out in front of it, strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And Jones takes this one for a ball, 1-1.
Well, that's not a real favorable call for him right here. It's one thing when you're facing a lightweight hitter up there, but facing a guy like this, the difference between 1-1 and 0-2 is huge.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Jones around first, thinking 2 here. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
When you're a hitter, there's only 2 times where you know for sure you've got a hit. One is when you hit one into the seats. It feels so good. And 2 is when you split the outfielders like that. Right off the bat, you know it's a double. The only thing in your mind, can I go for 3?
Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy. Now Hardy lifts a high fly ball out to deep left field. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. 2 out here and a runner at second. Drilled on the ground to short. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more of Game 4 on the show after this. Carlos Santana is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Third baseman, Carlos Santana.
Norris into the windup. First pitch on its way. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Line to the right side. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
And this is just a great job of protecting him. You can see this pitch is down. It's away. It's a borderline strike if it's in the strike zone at all, yet he just reaches out and slaps it into right field.
Here's David Murphy now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. One run on 3 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
Even though that's a strike, that's still not a bad take because you're facing a guy that's already walked a few guys, so make him throw some more pitches. Run that pitch count up.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. He pulls this one into right, and that finds some outfield grass, hits a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Even though this ball gets to the wall, I think it's still the right decision to stay at first. The way this was shaping up, I'm not so sure he was going to make it, so he'll just hold on with a loud single.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Just missing here, 2-0.
He's really going to have to make a pitch here. This is a tough spot already, and he's making it worse by falling behind.
Outside, 3-0 now.
That's just another cut fastball, trying to work that thing back to the outside corner. But he's not getting that call right now, nor is he getting guys to chase it.
Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
Yeah, he needed that one to avoid loading the bases, but it's still a long road back from here.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
2 straight singles, now a walk. He's making it real tough on himself here as he starts the inning by loading the bases.
Craig Fleming is into the box, reached base via the walk in his first appearance. In there at the knees, strike 1.
You cannot let this situation get any worse. You got to be thinking strikeout or ground ball. Even if you allow 1 run to score in this inning, that would be a major victory.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. Now a ground ball here for Weeks, could be 2. Hardy for 1. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score.
Well, you know, nothing kills a rally quite like a double play ball. But this is a double whammy. You've got a double play with the bases loaded and nobody out. They do get 1 run here, but it comes at a pretty hefty price.
Michael Bourne at the plate now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
And even though you got a 2-run lead, you don't want to be leaving too many guys in scoring position out there. And that could come back to bite you later.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. He struck him out, and it could have been worse. The inning over with only a run coming across to score. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Indians on top, 2-0. Matt Wieters is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
He's set. Here it comes. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Down and away, ball 1. Heading out towards shallow right. Murphy waits on it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Striding into the box, Josh Donaldson. He singled his last time up. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center.
Yeah, I think this was a changeup that just hung a little bit too much in the strike zone. Let's take another look at it here. Normally, you want this thing to sort of run out of steam and dip on its way out of the zone. But he starts this one up a little bit too high. And to be honest, he's pretty lucky that this one stayed in the ballpark.
In now, Ken Hager. And a curveball gets away, and this ought to be a passed ball. And he'll make it to third here on what will likely be ruled a passed ball.
Well, behind the plate, he might have been more concerned with trying to frame that pitch than he was trying to catch it. They do get the called strike here, but you know what else? They get the pass ball.
And it's quickly 0-2. A man at third with one away. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
One out and a runner on third. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
And here, I mean, if this is a high chopper to short, it's an RBI. If it's a lazy fly to right, it's an RBI. Point is, you've got to put the ball in play with a runner on third and one out. That's just basic execution that's lacking right there.
Standing in now, Nolan Reimold, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
You've got options here, so you don't need to go after this guy if you don't want to.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
Well, I think the time for patience is over. You've got to make something happen up there when you've got a runner in scoring position.
The 1-2 pitch. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
Still 2-2. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. Santana is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. Game 4 rolls along. We're back after this. Michael Brantley heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one. Looks like a lefty and a right-hander throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. He's ready. Here's the first offering. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, maybe a little bit extra on this 2-2 fastball. Here it is on show track, and you can see it just burn off that inside corner. That's a tough pitch to handle.
Here's the first baseman, Mark Teixeira now. ripped down the line. And that's through for his first base hit in this one.
Well, a lot of switch hitters like to use the whole field, and this guy's no different. And he just sprays this thing the other way, and he's got himself a one-out single.
In is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. Norris sets. Here it is on 1-0. And here's a fastball in for strike one. 91 miles an hour that time. One and two now as that one's fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And both guys can go back and get it when they need to. 96 on the one hand, 94 on the other. Desmond Seaver will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. To third. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Indians leave one. They're up 2-0. Jamal Weeks will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Sinking liner toward left. Coming on is Brantley, but he won't get there. It's a base hit.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Nick Markakis will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
First pitch of the at-bat. Right there for strike one.
And, you know, whenever he's been in trouble on the mound, he's found a way to turn things around. And that's a good job to start this guy with strike one.
Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Yeah, back-to-back singles here to start the inning, and that probably warrants a look at his line to this point. The numbers haven't been too bad all told, but he's got a situation unfolding right here that could cause those numbers to change in a hurry.
Rafael Trejo will stand in, and his guys have got something cooking now with 2 on and nobody out.
And down by 2, this is a good opportunity to try to put yourselves level.
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. So now, after very few problems the first few innings, he's got himself into quite a pickle here.
And it's no surprise, it's the top of this lineup that's giving him fits.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Eric, what are you looking for here?
It's a fastball count, but he doesn't always play by the rules out there, so this could very well be a slider or something away. So in other words, I have no idea.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now. Well, as if things weren't bad enough, he's in danger now of loading the bases for that man.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever a sound strategy in anybody's book.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
Well, this is turning into a real dogfight now.
Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. Trying to strike him out for the second time. He spoils another one, and will do it again. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Fielded cleanly, and they put the tag on him for the out, but meanwhile both runners are able to move up a base.
Yeah, that's a smart play over there at first. He knows he likely won't have a shot anywhere else, so he makes sure to get that one out on the tag. And you don't want to take a chance at throwing it around and not getting anybody.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there, it's strike 1.
Kind of interesting to see how he's going to respond to this situation that he's worked himself into.
Yeah, he hasn't found himself in too many tough spots, but he's got one now.
The 0-1 delivery. And he takes strike 2.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next 2 pitches. So you got to see if you can get him to chase.
Here it comes on 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. No runs, 7 hits. 1 error thus far for Baltimore. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy. Grounded back up the middle. Cabrera's there. Throw on to first is going to be in time, and the Oriole threat goes by the wayside as the inning is over. Orioles strand a couple. They trail it here 2-0. Carlos Santana will stride in. Popped out and singled in his 2 trips.
Yeah, and he made just a little adjustment last time coming off of that pop-up the first time around, and he got himself a base knock. That's what the good ones do.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one.
That's just a great spot for the fastball against a hitter like this. Just off the plate enough to make him offer, but not good enough that he can do anything with it.
Ball one. And this is low, ball two. 2-1. Everything away here, and with pretty good reason.
Yeah, they'll say, left field, it's all yours. You want to beat us that way? Go ahead and do it.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's a good battle to start this inning. That's what you like to see when you've got a guy out there that's getting up there in the pitch count.
Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
Sometimes this is just what you need. You know, you're in the middle innings now. You can grind out a walk, make that guy throw a few pitches, get him into the stretch. That's where you can finally put him away.
Here comes the Baltimore skipper out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to be all now for Bud Norris. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Jamie Greenwood will take over on the mound now here in the 6th inning.
Number 6, Jamie Greenwood.
David Murphy will stand in now following the leadoff walk, and might we see a bunt attempt here in a 2-run ball game?
Every extra run helps. It's a possibility, but I think they'll probably let him take his chances swinging away.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. Now a curveball, but he might have flown open a bit. It's 1-1.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Runner goes. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
We've already seen the ball's not really traveling all that well here tonight, so both these managers might start thinking, we got to shake it up a little here offensively. So they turn him loose here, and he's into scoring position with the stolen base.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Ouch, that comebacker appeared to get him in the arm. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. 1 away now. Well, this is certainly something you never want to see. Perhaps the silver lining here, if there is one, is that got him in the non-throwing arm. So if he had to work his way through this, he probably could. Assuming, of course, that there's nothing broken in there. and I think he is indeed planning to give it another go. In now as Asdrubal Cabrera. He drew a walk his first time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Chopped foul right at home plate. In the dirt here. Throw goes over to third, and he is safe at third as he moves up on what's likely to be ruled a wild pitch.
He gives him a free 90 feet there with one away. Now, all of a sudden, you open up a wealth of chances of making a productive out and still getting that guy home.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Hit to short. Hardy's there. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile, the runner is in to score.
And here with the infield back, they're giving you the run on a ground ball. So he just takes advantage of that and drives home the run.
Craig Fleming bats now and will try to start over with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground out.
And all he's looking for right now is a pitch that he can drive somewhere. You got to get on base, and preferably in scoring position, so maybe he can get his teammates to drive him in.
Two out, nobody on. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So they scratch across a run on no hits, no errors, and no one left on. The 5, 6, and 7 slots due up in the bottom of inning number 6. The Indians lead it 3-0. Matt Wieters will start things off as they look to do something here to get on the scoreboard for the first time.
And they've seen some opportunities come and go. They do have 7 hits, so it's not like they haven't had base runners. They just haven't been able to bring those guys in.
Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Carrasco pauses. 1-0 on its way. Now a check swing on the pitch inside, but he definitely broke the plane, and that's the first strike. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Kipnis is there, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. That last one was number 84, so they're getting near the point where they'll need to start keeping tabs on him.
Leadoff man gone, and that'll bring in the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. First offering on its way. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Bases are empty, one man out. That one's a called strike. Back even at 1.
And if he's had any postseason jitters, he hasn't shown them to me.
No, he's been outstanding so far.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Moving under it, Murphy. Oh, no, he dropped it.
I'm not sure exactly what the issue on this play was. He doesn't have too far to go to get this thing, and it looked like the ball was right in his sights the entire way, but it just didn't want to stick in his glove. Maybe he should take the trampoline out of his glove.
Ken Hager will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
First pitch coming, here it is. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. One-0 count, here it is. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 on its way. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play. 1 out and a runner on second base. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Well, you know it's just the 6th inning, but you kind of get the sense that they need to come up with something here. So that could be a really costly strikeout.
Nolan Reimold will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. He will score, and the Orioles cut into that lead just a bit. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
Well, that 2-out hit there makes that air loom extra large now. You've got to make sure you get this next guy before this inning gets any further out of control.
Stepping in now, Jamal Weeks, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Two out with the man at first. That's inside. 2-0. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now. Three and 0 now. I figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count.
Maybe even taken 2.
Set to deliver on 3-0. And that's over. 3-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time he got the call.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Dribbled back toward the mound. Throw on to Teixeira is going to be in time, and with it, the inning is over. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. Back with more of Game 4 on the show after this. Back here on the show. Game 4 is off to the 7th inning now, but before we get it started, let's check out our game summary to this point. Michael Bourne is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Now a bunt attempt here. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. That misses. 1-2.
1-2.
1-2 pitch is a slider that misses. 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
And when you need a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk's not on the agenda. You better bear down right here.
And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
Definitely not a guy you wanted to lose there. Now you got something else to worry about besides your command.
Michael Brantley comes to the plate here, and we'll see how they play it with that leadoff man on base.
Yeah, and in this situation, you've got to move that runner to second any way you can. So we're going to see how they decide to play it right here.
Bourne's running. A pitch out. The throw on a great time to pitch out as he'll be thrown out easily at second.
You know, some managers don't like to call for the pitch out right away, thinking if they guess wrong, it changes the whole at bat. But here, they had a good idea he'd be running, and turns out they were right.
We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. Hit hard to short. Hardy's up with it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The first baseman, number 25, Mark Teixeira.
The first baseman, Mark Teixeira, digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball. 1-0. 2-0.
Yeah, hard to believe that's not a strike. I don't know exactly where that would have missed.
Here it comes, 2-0. And little doubt about that one. That's in there, and it's 2-1.
And at the plate, if you've got an umpire helping you out, no reason to go after a borderline pitch on 2-0.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 2-1 pitch, a circle change taken for a called strike 2. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now. Jason Kipnis would be next. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Indians fail to score, and it's still 3-1. Vinny Pistano will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Vinny Pistano.
Leading off the inning, Nick Markakis, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Into the seats, 0-1. Flipped out the other way toward short. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
You talk about a guy who's really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. And he's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Rafael Trejo will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. First pitch on its way. In there, strike 1.
So often, playoff baseball comes down to the bullpen. And this is going to be a bullpen game from here on out.
Nobody out, runner on first. And this one's in the dirt. But fortunately here, no advance. The 0-2 pitch. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3.
And that's a sequence that would make any pitching coach proud. They kept it low on all 3 pitches in the at-bat. He just couldn't do anything right there.
Now at the plate, Adam Jones. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And he lays off there, 1-0. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time. To Cabrera for 1, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first.
Boy, that's just excellent concentration right there. You know, a lot of guys will try to put one eye on the bat and one eye on the ball, but he was determined to get that lead man, and a good throw gets it done.
Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy. Just gets a piece of it, strike one. A 1 pitch on its way. And he falls behind 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. Ready on 1-2. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. A runner on first with 2 away. A little low. It's 2-2.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
Well, here's another look at this on Show Track. And actually, this pitch might not even show up on the graphic. That's how far away from the plate it was. And this will let that base runner take a nice little stroll up to second base.
Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 1 left for the Orioles. And it remains a 3-1 ball game.
Your attention, please.
A new pitcher set to take over now, and it'll be the slender left-hander Wesley Wright that gets the call.
Right.
Leading off the inning, Jason Kipnis, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Jason Kipnis.
On to the 8th now, as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1.
Well, you've got the matchup you wanted, but that's not going to amount to much if you can't throw strikes.
Outside, 3-0 now. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And that's in there, 3-1. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2.
Boy, if he can get him right here, coming back from 3-0, what a way to start the inning that would be.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Sent on the ground out to second. Weeks from shallow right. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Catcher, Desmond Seaver.
Desmond Seaver stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here's the first pitch to him. High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1. 8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
1 out, nobody on. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
And you know what that is right there? That's life in the show, bud. Once teams around the league figure out the book on how to get you out, it can be a real tough adjustment to play at this level.
Carlos Santana digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. Into the windup and the pitch. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. 1-1. Here it comes. Hard hit ball to second. Reined in. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Indians go down 1-2-3 as the lead remains 3-1. Leading off the inning, Matt Wieters. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Matt Wieters.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. From the stretch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy, and you don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, I think there's something to be said for being patient, and then there's being overly patient. I mean, especially with 2 strikes, you've got to protect the plate up there. But he looks at 4 pitches, and he never even took the bat off his shoulder.
Josh Donaldson ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Now the pitch. And a ball. 1-0. Slurred, swung on and missed there. It's 1-1.
Boy, another pitch that he's right on at the plate. He hasn't been fooled by anything he's seen yet.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. Swing and a chopper to third. Throw on to Teixeira. 2 down.
Yeah, on a slow chopper like that, that is the third baseman's ball if he can get to it. He's got the momentum going the right way towards first base, so he'll just cut right in front of the shortstop and make that play to first.
Into the box, Ken Hager. And that misses for ball 1. Two out, nobody on. Up top, it's 2-0. Three and 0 now. Nolan Reimold would be next. Three and 1 now.
That thing's knee-high on the outside third of the plate. Pretty understandable why he couldn't catch up with that one.
And the count will be full. And this one misses here. A close pitch on 3 and 2, but Clyde Washington rules it ball 4.
And, you know, looking down the score sheet, that's the first walk of the game for these guys as a team. And with the way they've been swinging at everything, I wasn't even sure we'd see that.
Nolan Reimold will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
Inside with what looked like the slurve, 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0. The 2-0 on the way. Swing and a miss, 2-1. In the air to straightaway right. Murphy is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Orioles leave one. They still trail it here 3-1. A beautiful nighttime view there of the Baltimore skyline as we head to the top of the 9th in this one. Striding in to start the 9th, David Murphy, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. All over the place to start the 9th. It's 3-0 now. Waiting on deck is Drupal Cabrera. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. Hit out towards second. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Good job out there on the mound. Down in the count 3-0 to start this inning. He comes back to retire the guy on a ground ball.
As Drupal Cabrera strides in, grounded out his last time through. And the pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
hit down the third base line. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Craig Fleming stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. He's set, and the pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Weeks for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Game 4 rolls along. We're back after this.
your attention, please. Now
so a save situation looming as they'll try and close this one out with the right-hander, John Axford. Jamal Weeks will be the one to start things off with his guys in need of a ninth-inning rally here if they're going to force a Game 5.
Jamal Weeks.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And down by 2, you better believe they'll take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. And that is the start they were looking for, down by 2, as that misses for ball 4.
Now after the leadoff walk, that'll bring the tying run to the plate. So let's see if they can use that as a springboard to a big inning.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And standing in, the powerful right fielder, Nick Markakis. Here's the first pitch. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
And after a walk, I think there's a little anger behind that fastball.
A runner at first with no outs here. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. And Markakis lays off here. It's 2-1. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
Two and two.
Yeah, that finds a zone, but some of these pitches are getting a little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
Nobody out, runner on first. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Boy, that's a tight little slider right there. It looked like it was going to be a ball, but then you can see the hard-biting movement come back, and it winds up just catching that outside corner.
Into the box now, Rafael Trejo. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. May have gotten a piece of that one, but no matter, it's 1-1.
And once he's seen that you've got a little loop in your swing, he won't be afraid to throw that pitch in a spot like this.
The 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Hit in the air to left. Brantley is there, and there are 2 men gone now.
And I don't think he got quite as much of that one as he would have liked. He got it up on the handle a little bit, and as a result, this becomes a routiner out there in left field.
Adam Jones will stand in, and their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And the Indians are on their way. Next stop, the American League Championship Series.
Well, you know, their work is not done yet, but they've done what they needed to do up to this point. And they take care of business here to punch their ticket to the ALCS.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
For Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been the AL Division Series on MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Cleveland Indians: 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. For the Orioles, 1 run on 9 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 34 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance here at the ballpark, 48,876. The Orioles would like to thank you for attending tonight's ball game and remind you to please drive home safely.